Sorry about that. Hello, my fellow YouTube fans. It is I, Cyberman, with a review I feel like I can finally put on for a change because I'm slightly bored and I got a new guy. Well, Skullgrin's actually my oldest, but I just got this guy yesterday, so I might as well review him. Plus, I actually have an add-on that's really for my Megatron headmaster, but essentially it's actually made for him. But so there's Tarn and Skullgrin. As you know, they're like Cybertronian tanks, well, hover tanks. Has cool blades, this weird tail thing. A lot of ports. A lot of ports for him to use. You see his head. Now, now, if there's one thing I'm really getting sick and tired of, yeah, you don't see it, do you? You know what that is? Frickin' wheels. Why is it so hard to make a Transformer tank without wheels these days? Drive me crazy. I mean, like, seriously, it's not that hard. Just put a wheel right here. You have the space for it. You can make a space for wheels for these things. Even if it is cool that you can just imagine them as a hover tank, it would be nice to give them wheels. I'm just saying. It's not that hard. Sorry, a little rant. Because I'm really sick and tired of that. So basically, everyone knows who Skullgrin is. It's really cool that way. There's his side guns. Now, the thing about this little piece in particular, it kind of makes me wonder how well that is. Oh, I didn't realize I was a little unfocused. Oh yeah, there you go. The autofocus is kind of weird. Okay. The thing about this is, like, I kind of wish they could have had like another piece for this to make it a little longer, or at least like wider, or collapsible or something. Because this is actually kind of cool. I just wish they could have done better with that. But yeah, you take that off for now. Now, for some reason, these are still cool, and they actually have like kind of hard plastic, but rubber blades. Why? Like, why do you make these rubber? I mean, they're still cool, but why rubber? That is so dumb. How much cheaper this? Also, that's you're probably wondering about that. That's how tight it is to put it in these things, but it's not that big of a deal. Still cool. Now for transformation, let's see. Personally, this is not my favorite transformation, as because of how these kind of flap around, especially when you try to do it right. But it's still a cool thing. You can also see like more ports on his arms. There are like fillers for these I see on eBay, but I'm not really sure I want them, because I want to use these in case there are like more weaponizers or weapon add-ons that I would later on get. Okay, so you flip the hands up, and then you disconnect this like that, because right, you see right here, see flip peg here connects to the hand right here, so you know. And then you rotate these like so to like that, and there's his head. Now, like I said, mine is different because I had that dumb horn thing where it's too big, and the rubber horns and everything. Hopefully one day I can fix that and replace it, but it's still good. And then we split his arms up, and you see this, you want to collapse down like so, and then pull up right here, this. You pull out this little crevice like so, if you have nails, and then you try to go like that for his arms, and then you spread it out like that. Oh, I almost forgot. Right here, right here, you pull up like this, and then you connect like that, so that this whole section right here is bendable. And you pull out his head, and you close the back, and you do that. Swivel this around with his other arm, bend his arm in, and you pull his head, and there's Skullgrin's upper torso. And now for the bottom part, what you want to do is unpeg these legs together, and then you pull the leg like that, and then you hinge it right here, like hinge it like that, and then his leg is done. And then you do the same thing here, pull his feet like that, and then you like that with that. Oh, hold up, I did it wrong. So you pull this leg down, and you pull that like that. Oh, by the way, he also has back horns, so you know he has that. There you go, and there's Skull Grin in bot mode. You know, I have to say, I am actually trying to get crap. I know his name is Bomb, and he's like the bat guy, but I'm trying to get him too, because why not? It's just I was trying to get a good deal. I almost got a good deal, but the guy who sold it was selling it, found out he was already sold out, so I couldn't get that. It was such a good deal too, but I digress. Anywho, so yeah, so you can see how he looks. Really cool. I have to say though, I was really hoping they would make him more of a beast bot rather than a tank, but he was like a pretender kind of character in the original toy, as I know, and it is kind of cool they rather make him like that. Then put his guns on his shoulders if you want. Oh, right. Forgot. You can put his arms like that for his thing like this. Granted, his thing... Yeah, I have no idea what's with the focus on my camera right now. Granted, the thing is because how limited he is, he kind of doesn't really do as much. Which is, why you probably would like, well, here's a tailpiece. You probably will try to customize with parts. I have a few things like this that could be connected like that, so that way he can do more, but I'm not gonna do much. And what I like about his guns is that there's like 2 ports on each side, so you can really experiment on how they would work. Let's see now. He's basically a combination of a weaponizer and armorizer, essentially. Because, yeah, you can really do a lot with his weapons. Yeah. Granted, again, I'm not too big on the whole rubber horn or head thing. In fact, I probably might end up using some casting resin to remake his head. Because... seriously, like, I don't know why they couldn't just make him like, again, his guns are okay because the shape is alright, even though they're rubbery, but his head, ugh, it's not great. But I not complain all the way because he was cheap when I bought him at that flea market, like $7. It wasn't too bad. Okay, so now to Tarn, which everyone knows. This is that Legacy Collection one. I really wasn't sure if I should get him in the original colors. When I saw this one, I was like, hell yeah. And he comes with a cool sword. Nice. And this is actually going to come back later, especially what I have in store for him. There's this beautiful swivel thing. A lot of people, I know I've seen people review him, like, yes, he's cool, but his transformation kind of sucks because of how he basically kind of falls apart, but at the same time, he's really cool. I actually am okay with the tank. It's actually more Cybertronian, and it's not all too normal. I mean, seriously, why does everyone always have to complain about the Cybertronian tanks? some people actually want more Cybertronian stuff than just Earth tech. And I know this particular guy is from the comic book series. I seen some of the clips on YouTube. I have to say, I really have to say their team are psychotic bastards. Holy crap. But yeah, there's a lot of ports here. Here, somewhere in here somewhere. This is sort of a short one because it doesn't go all the way, but still. Yeah, and again, another freaking, why do you even have these if you're just not going to make them wheels? I actually did an episode, okay. I reviewed Quake, the Headmaster Quake, and he had translucent wheels in his treads. Why couldn't they do that with him? They didn't even have to be translucent. They could have just been pure plastic. Again, that's really stupid. In fact, if anyone watches this, please create wheels for bots like him. Hell, even the Triceratops Megazord. Please give these guys wheels. Please, I'm begging you. I'll pay for it myself if I have to. Sorry about that. Anyway. So yeah, here's these little mini shooters. And yes, like all the others, they do come out. But not as easily as they would. Okay. Now comes the extra part. We all know about this particular piece that swivels. And mine is pretty good. However, there's a cool part that like I said, this is actually for my Megatron, my Headmaster Megatron toy. This baby. I will leave in the description so you guys can get it. Yeah, I know. Well, essentially, you can't really put these here. It's still kind of cool to like, hold on. There we go. Put these little guys up here. Yeah, I know. Or you can like switch it around. Really looks good. Oh yeah, and yes, yeah, he has a blast effect. This is what I wanted for my version of Megatron Headmaster, but seeing that I was gonna get this guy, I figured why not just make it, why not just review it for the heck of it. It is pretty cool, and yeah, he actually can store it right here in bot mode, which is pretty cool. And since I got it right here, I might as well do the transformation. So you want to separate his legs, pull his feet up like so, lift this piece up. Now here is where you try your best to separate. This connects pretty much right here. Like, it's a little tricky sometimes because you have to make sure it's like that, but it's worth it. So then you pull this, and there you go. Kind of looks like you have to swivel it, but you don't. Me, I'm trying to make it look as nice as I can, particularly because hold up. Like I said, this is the thing about most of it. Like, what you really want to do is try your best to like fold these up. Like, try your best to remember, like, especially when it connects, because it connects really good. It's just that it really bumps into everything. So when you do this, like when you disconnect this and then swivel like this. Oh, right. You also, when you're doing this for the hands, you want to like that. Sorry, I'm just trying my best to do this. You want to basically unplug this. You do like that. And you put this out and connect here. And then you click that. And you do the same thing with the other arm. Speaking of arms, mine's a little hard to grasp. Then we do that. Then you want to do that with the hands, with the plate right here. Swivel his hands like this. Do the same thing with this one. Now, his legs, they're kind of like a little double jointed and hinged, but it's actually pretty stable, and that's what I like about them. And then what you want to do here, especially for the head, it's like you want to pull this out, pull this part out, like so. Oh, by the way, you need to squish the two here, so that way this chest piece can connect right there. And then you swivel his head, like so. And then for his backpack, you want to... sorry, let me show you. You want to twist this like this, and then connect it right there. Ooh. Again, sorry, my arm's a little sore from doing stuff yesterday. And there he is, Tarn. I have to say, his bot mode is freaking awesome. And yes, he does have flight piping, though it's a little short because it's in the middle. But give me 1 second. Let me just alright, let me test something here. Yeah. I wonder if I can... Right, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, light piping. Well, actually, let's do it. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do something very quick right here. Yeah. And I think it really matches, like, in the... Yeah. This, my friend, is awesome. Yeah, because his chest plate is pretty much clear plastic, but it's kind of a cool, badass way of doing it. Just in the comic book, too. Yeah. Good thing the light really works on his eyes, too, with skull grin. Sorry, it looks so awesome. Alright, let me just put this back here. Yeah, sorry about the light. Hey. Hopefully that's my new thumbnail for later. Alright, let's check out a few things. As you know, this sword / cannon goes well right here. As you can replicate this cool thing. Sorry, I'm trying to pose him a little better. Let's put his other gun in. Yeah. And he's basically stealing the review, but yeah. it's kind of interesting how well this worked out in the end, particularly because I like how, like, I was kind of thinking of like how he's so much like he's really good for weapons, and since he's only half an armorizer, I might as well just like give him everything I can think of, because I usually try to go that far. And you probably already know that he could like do this particular thing. Yeah. So now to truly weaponize him. Essentially, weaponized Tarn. It's so epic. I might try to do other add-ons. I mean, weaponizer bots, but probably in another review, because it's pretty cool how he does it. The thing is, like, I have mostly Autobot and one Igneous, one of the Rockbots characters. I really am trying to get the other two Decepticon weaponizers, but I don't know if I can get a good deal. If anyone has a good deal on one of those, I'd be willing to buy it. Just leave it in the comment section. If you're selling on eBay or on another website, let me know, because I really would like Burnt and dang, I forgot the other one. Well, either way, if you know what I'm talking about, just leave a comment and a link to it, and I would appreciate it. Alright, we need to give Grin a little bit of weaponing. See if he could. Actually, I never tried. Ooh, maybe this could work. Let's see. Ah, there we go. It's sort of like a weird barrel gun thing, or whatever they call it. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, you thought you were safe, but not with me. So yeah, there they are. A pretty good combo. Clearly there's more to him that I want to try to do later. Particularly because there's an add-on I'm gonna save a little more. Because I definitely have something for him, but it's mostly for Slammer. That one weaponizer bot that that one weaponizer that I have that is in serious need of a connection to his tank mode turret, which is pretty easy. Which was pretty easy to make, but the problem is that I kind of like how the weapon. Well, whenever I get it, I'll review it and put it on Slammer, so you guys can see what I mean. But yeah, this is Skogrin and Tarn. Oh, Legacy Collection Tarn. And yeah, I'm glad I got these guys. Granted, he's a little tricky to transform, but I still like him. And again, I'm begging anyone, please 3D print these poor tank These poor tank bought some wheels. It's not that hard. If you can 3D print a cannon, this cannon here, if you can 3D print it, you can 3D print some wheels. All I'm asking, give these tanks some wheels. I know it's fun to imagine them as hover tanks, but come on. For the sake of their undercarriages. Sorry about that. But yeah, there we go. There's Skull Grin and Legacy Collection Tarn. I hope you like this review. I'm hoping I can do a lot more soon. I'm trying to increase the videos I do. Especially with the new AI, I'm hoping it doesn't affect this video as much, because this is for everyone, despite what the new AI thing is. And luckily I don't get paid for anything, that it'll leave me alone, because God knows the last thing I need is this, because let's face it, any other YouTube alternative kind of sucks. But just have faith and all. So there he is. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, see you next time.